Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is our review for Real Housewives of Potomac Season 4, Episode 11. If you have not done so, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a hoe. Look, it's 4 a.m. Become a Jaybird, okay? I can't sing it, okay? And all that good shit. Uh, do not forget to like this video. I don't think y'all get how much the likes help our videos, spread across YouTube streets, and it also lets YouTube be aware that people are watching our videos. So if you are watching this video, hit the damn like button. And I mean that in all my wonderfulness, okay? I'm just trying to get through it, girl. Um, let's go over. They had a couple new hairstyles today. They got new confession looks. I want to get that out the way. Karen. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like it. Karen's face is so beautiful when she is like natural. Like she has a very much so great natural beauty. So sometimes I feel like some drag queens convince her to put on a whole bunch of makeup, and Karen don't need all that extraness. Karen is great looking normally. So I mean, I like it. I like it. But at the same time, I prefer Karen looking naturally beautiful. Okay. Next up, who did we have? Who did we have? Giselle. Giselle, I picked this picture on purpose. I don't like this wig. I don't know who gave her this dollar store wig. I don't know what Party City store she got it from. I'm not sure entirely, but I did not like it. I feel like for Giselle to have the longest, blondest of them all hair, or sandy brown, or whatever color it's supposed to be, her hair to me always looks bullshitty. And I'm like, for you to have, pretty, long hair and whatnot, and you put on this bullshit wig, I'm looking like, for what? I get sometimes us women, we want a different look. This just wasn't it for me. I feel like it could have been a better wig. Like, I feel like she said, you know what? Let's try something else. Meryl, Gina, does anybody have an extra little wig from Party City that y'all wear on Halloween? And somebody said yeah, and they put that on her head, and I'm not sure why. I just don't like it. It's the front of it that don't look real. It looked like some Party City shit. And I don't think she cut her own hair that way. I don't at all, because it also looks poofy. Girl, try again. Um, damn Ashley. Ashley, I don't like the wig. Clearly, this is Ashley pregnant. Her face is a little bit rounder, a little bit, a little bit fuller, because she just had her baby. Was it last week before last? So I'm like, clearly this was her when she was pregnant, because she looks gorgeous. I don't, but I don't like. She looks like Jill Scott in Why Did I Get Married? That's what she looks like, and I don't like it. I don't. Actually, I don't know who gave you this Janet Jackson from the '90s wig. I don't know who gave it to you. I don't mind the purple eyeshadow, but I don't like it. It's very much so Jill Scott and Why Did I Get Married? Okay, and I don't like it. No. I do like the makeup. I like her face rounder as well, but it is what it is. Lastly, Candace. I don't like Candace's wig. Something about it doesn't. I don't know. I can't decide. I don't like the bottom eyeshadow stuff either. It just looks like somebody punched her in the eyes, and I don't get it. Her brows look amazing. Her skin looks amazing. I don't mind the new lip. But yeah, something about her lace front looks, Play-Doh-ish. Um, and if she didn't have the under eye stuff, it looks like somebody punched her in the eye. I don't understand under eye makeup. I don't. I'm like, was everybody trying to do to be around the eye colors? I don't get it. I don't. I think she would look fine if she did not have the under pink eye stuff. I don't know why I don't like her wig. Maybe I like it's pulled too far back or too far up. It's just something about it that looks bald on the side, but I like the color of it, and I like the curl of it. I'm happy it ain't the other wig that she used to have on, but I don't know, girl. But yeah, those are your new confessional looks. I was like, let me get them out the way. And let's go. So we see Candace, her mama, it's like 4 hours after that whole hold down fiasco, and her mama at the house talk because her mom's in town, and they want to discuss how they're going to communicate better because when they were at the therapy session, the therapist said we're going to need some homework. You know, I want y'all to write down this contract with goals that y'all both want to accomplish to work on your communication. Now the mom starts off saying, you should well, you should do something. I forgot what she said Candace should do. Well, no, he said for us to say stuff that we would do to work on ourselves. Work on ourselves. But then Candace just proceeds to go on how, Mama, you shouldn't take jabs. You know what I'm saying? You can't give unsolicited advice. You know what I'm saying? Work on your facial expression. Look like, well, are y'all work on yourselves or not? Because if your mama can't tell you what she wants you to do, you can't then tell her what you want her to do. And this, they kept going back and forth. And the crazy part about Candace and mama is, as crazy as her mama is, Candace is just like her mother. Candace sitting there talking to her mama was like an older person talking to their younger self and vice versa. Because Candace is her mom and her mom is Candace. They are the same damn person. They both take jabs. They both have unsolicited advice. Okay, y'all are the same damn person who need to work on the same damn thing just in someone else's household. I really believe if Candace did not live from her mama's household, they would not have as many issues because her mama would not have something to hold over Candace's head. But I mean, girl, I really didn't care for the scene too much. Not that it was boring, but I felt like y'all both treat each other the same way. You know, Candace had to flip my for her mama. Her mama wants respect, so it's Candace. Candace don't want jabs. Her mama don't. It's the same thing. Y'all, I'm like, do y'all not see that y'all are like mirror on the wall to each other? I'm looking like, girl, who was the fairest of them all? Okay, I am. But they just need to not act like the other one. Period. We didn't see Ashley. Ashley's at her restaurant's eyes, which is now closed. Okay, she closed her restaurant. I think they've been open like 4 years, she said, but it's closed now. But it's what it is. But it was open at this point in time. And she brings up how Michael is not there. But however, her and Michael are closer than they have been before. And based on what happened, she says how she feels like if your partner is going through something that has nothing to do with you per se, and you support them, it brings y'all closer because you're supporting them through their bullshit. The funny part is when she said when your husband's going through something that had nothing to do with you, but when Karen was going through that with Ray in the tax issues, you kept asking her shit. And this is karma. We get it wholeheartedly. It's some karma going on, but I'm like, girl, it's the exact same thing, except the charges are different. You know what I'm saying? Your husband going through something, and y'all was all up in Karen business, like Karen, but you can't talk about it, Karen. Karen, you don't know. So again, it's history repeating itself on a different person. So we then see how Giselle comes to her to chit chat. Like I want to check on my friend. I want to check on my friend. Are you sure, Giselle? Giselle, as we know, is a shit starting, pot stirring. You just throw the rock, had the hand. Not throw the rock, had the hand, and claim to be handless. Okay, she is forever starting shit with people and being nosy and acting like, oh, I'm doing this because I care for you and because I'm your friend and I want to know. And we all know that's bullshit. So she go to see at Oz, and I was at my Target event. And the first thing people kept asking was like, what hue color is for me? And then they kept asking me about you and Michael. Girl, girl, girl. Giselle, I don't believe that all the way. I mean, because I don't feel like people will think you know the inside scoop of anything. I just don't. I feel like you want to be nosy. Nosy Rosie up in these streets, but it is what it is. And he says, you know what, me and him are fine. He's fine or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She brings up, we're good. And, if you don't know, because she said, I don't, when people was asking me, I didn't know what to tell them. And so Kathy said, well, tell them that once Athie is, ready to talk to us and y'all as well, that she will let us know. Because again, she ain't told us nothing either. I was just wondering, like, if it's like, are you okay with butt squeeze? Like, I don't know, like, if you're okay with that. I just didn't think you'd be okay with the butt squeeze or whatever. Because no one goes to court, if nothing really happened. Like I'm saying, no one does that. Like, who goes to court? You know what I'm saying? If they didn't do it, I say, Giselle, you do know how many people, for you to have been so involved in things, and your father and people was all involved in civil rights and all that stuff, for you to act like you don't know that people can accuse someone of something that they did not do and have to go to court for it makes you look stupid. I'm not saying that Michael's wrong to accuse. I'm saying to make it seem as if, oh, because he's going to court, because he was accused of something, that mean he did something. No, a lot of people go to jail and they don't do nothing. They go to jail, they go to courts. Okay, the Exonerated Five had a whole court case and they didn't do shit. Okay, so I felt like her saying, like, well, no one goes to court, for charges they didn't do anything. Yes, the fuck they do, and you should know that, Giselle. But I digress. Girl, it's just stupid. So ask, like, okay, so that means you think he did it. To say that, what I'm saying, to ask me if I am okay with bus squeezing, to ask me about things, you think he actually did it. It's like, well, because again, who goes to court if it didn't happen? And so it's like, well, my husband would not do that, and it's all going to be addressed in the court case or whatever. But he did it before. She's like, no, he did that to a friend he knew. He wouldn't do that to a stranger. Let me say this. I'm not saying if Michael did or did not do anything. What I'm saying is we can't act like friends have maybe not placed. Well, no, I don't. No, not my dudes. None of my dudes do that at all. But again, Michael Owen, he different. So I don't know. But I also feel like people acting like Ashley gonna just be up there like, yeah, he did it. Like, that's not gonna make any sense. So I'm like, to keep asking her the same question, like, if he did it, is stupid. But again, it's the show, and they consistently do that. But I mean, girl, I'm just like, whatever. But ask, like, it's not no big deal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But again, I can't talk about it, and I know the truth about my husband. And that's that. And I'm like, well, okay, girl, we're gonna leave it as that. But again, I mean, girl, it's ass. So we do see Monique. She's at her doctor's appointment. She's gonna have a 3D ultrasound. She's there with hers, Chris, and the kids. And, Chris, like, I was mad at you. I was upset at that whole fiasco, what I'm saying, about you trying to fight at the little hold down. And then, but I wasn't really going to fight. I wasn't going to really drag her. I really meant, like, don't think because I'm pregnant that you can come at me and won't, and won't get cussed out or whatever. But I wasn't going to, like, physically do anything. She brings up how Chris was pissed. Mainly because, again, y'all know she had a miscarriage before this baby. So he probably felt like, why would you even get yourself, stressed out or even attempt to act like you're gonna fight? Like, just don't do that. And that's how I agree. You should not do that. Anyway, so Chris, like, look, I don't care about what's going on with Ashley, what's going on with Candace, what's going on with anybody else up in there. None of them. Okay, my concern is you and our baby. Period. And I said, all right, city boy. So we see that Monique is. I'm like, oh, I forgot my drawer was open. Monique is actually having a ultrasound party. She invited Karen and Candace, and when Candace walked in, I was like, are they cool now? Okay. So she said that her and Candace, like, texted or whatever, and, squashed the issues, and, oh, I'm sorry to me, and yeah, we cool. Okay, so they cool now. Anyway, they don't know the sex of the baby, even though we know now that she's had a boy, but she was trying to see the facialness of the child, to see who the child looks like, and they would guess if it was a boy or girl by looking at the face. But they don't know what the baby is. Okay, we had a boy. Anyway, I'm like, first of all, the kids was on 10. They must have had a whole bunch of sugar. Okay, some sugar snacks, some juices or whatever, because they was bouncing off the walls. And Chris had to use his black. I said, now be quiet now. I said, oh, they calmed down a little bit. But, kids on 10, to do a little face thing. The baby did look like Chris. And the baby turned out to be a boy. So it was what it was. Chris and the kids leave because the kids, again, was on 10. And, Karen talks with Candace and Monique. And Monique tells Candace how, I just feel like, you've been different lately. I just, you've been different or whatever. And we can tell that, something's changed with you or whatever. Karen agrees and then says, I feel like, you are letting the issues with your mom trickle over and boil over into your friendships or whatever, and that's not good, or like you really are different and it's not for the good or whatever, or for the better. Candace like, well, I've gotten married, so it's a shift, because I'm a wife and also a daughter, and this and that and blah blah blah. Girl, I don't know what Candace was saying, but the whole I'm now a wife and I'm also a daughter. I feel like you and your mama and Chris have always coincided with each other. So I'm like, just because you married now don't make it's just she want to cuss her mama out and she can't. And because she can't, she keep fucking with everybody else. I mean, it's really that simple. But I mean, I feel like she tried to make an excuse that didn't make sense to me. But I also didn't care. So she also brings up how she don't trust people too often, and she's like, so sometimes she just feels the need to, just not see the best in people because she don't trust people. She said, but when I looked at Monique's eyes, you were crying, or whatever, I realized that you are a true friend to me. And I said, well, are y'all still friends now? Because on social media, they be going back and forth on Twitter, girl, all the time. So when you say, oh, okay, so you feel like because you feel like people will betray you, you try to talk the first dagger. She's like, well, yeah, well, you have to grow out of that. Period. Okay, so they all hug it out, and it was fine. So Giselle, I'm gonna say this was a real scene, but a quick scene. And I'm like, okay. So y'all know Giselle has 3 daughters, okay, and they go out apple picking, okay, the little orchard, okay, picking apples here and there, and they having some bonding time. They bring up how Giselle be very very busy, so she's missed like a whole bunch of um soccer games from the one daughter. And they're like, yeah, you only been to one game, Mom, just one. So she's realizing that, oh, okay, I've been so busy working, trying to get these money, that I'm missing things on their life, and they notice it. So I think one of the youngest ones says how, well, this one's your favorite, and you really focus on that one. And I was like left out in the cold. And I'm like, well, damn it, man, what's going on, little girl? And so she's like, well, no, that's not true. Like, your one sister is going to high school, so I have to worry about her a little bit. And, what I'm saying? This one's, it was like, no one's my favorite or whatever, but you are just, what she say? Um, Oh, she said you ignore me. She's like, your one sister is going to high school. This one's always in my face, whatever, and you just kind of ignore me. So you're always good or whatnot. And then she's like, but it's not that I have a favorite at all. I love you all. I love all of you. And, no one is my favorites. But she do realize that she needs to do better, and not having that young one feel like she is the one that's like being ignored or not the favorite or whatever. So her and the same daughter go out later on together, little mother daughter date or whatever, and the daughter again said, like, I just feel like you ignore me a lot. And Giselle brings up how no, I don't ignore you, like no one else is my favorite child or whatever, but you are the child I have to worry the least about. And the daughter said, yes, but sometimes you should, like, I feel like I'm not important. I'm like, damn, she feel like she's not important. Oh, that made my heart break. I was, what I'm saying? And then, she just, what I like that Giselle did was she's like, you're a parent's dream. You're so great. You do this, you do that. Like, I don't have to worry about you, but I get that you need me to, you want me to. So, but you are this, she just ensured her daughter that she was like this great person. And it's not that she feels like she's unimportant. She's like, I just figured like you don't need me as much, but that's going to change. Giselle, she said how she get the each of her kids are different, and she just has to learn to make more time for them all, and not just assume that her child who was so good and does whatever she's supposed to do, like, doesn't need more attention like the other two does. So but she did say it hurt her to know that her daughter just did not understand that it was just that she's like just so on point as a kid. And I get it, and sometimes kids don't get that or whatever, but I feel like Giselle, just do better. Girl, just do better. But she noticed it, talked to the child, went out with the child, and just hope that her and the baby girl don't feel ignored anymore. We're going to leave it alone. We see some quick. Robin go get her hair done. And I'm like, girl, okay. And she wants her hairstylist that, one, she did not know that for building that damn house, taking her forever, okay, 4 years, 5 months, 3 days, that she did not anticipate having to do an open house. I said, who the fuck flips a house and thinks they don't have to have an open house? Did you not watch HGTV? Okay, they show you from top to bottom what you do. Okay, you flip it, you open house it, and you sell it. That's what you do. But I did not know I would have an open house. And how did you think you would sell? I mean, how did you think it would sell? I was so confused. I was just like, girl, okay. Anyway, she brings up how she also spent too much money. Well, we know that, girl. But it's because it took you 10 months, 10. But I can say this: my mom had her bathroom redone. Well, two of her bathrooms redone, and the dude was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a 2-3 day job." It took like 3 weeks, okay, and it's gonna be. I'm gonna do a whole video on it because he pissed. I was pissed off, but I get how that can happen when people are sometimes too laxed, okay, with the shit. Anyway, but Robin, you dumb to not know that you have to at least have an open house when you flip a house. Girl, just stupid. She also brings up how Juan wants to have a third baby. He wants to have a baby girl because he was not around as much when the two boys were getting, growing up or whatever. And so he wants to kind of do it again with a third child. I say, girl, y'all not even a real couple. Okay? And she gonna say, well, I'm not gonna have his baby or whatever. Like, we would have to discuss getting married again. I'm like, getting married again ain't the issue. The thing is, what do y'all want in life? Do y'all want to be together forever? Like, I get how I'm not gonna have a baby. That's talking, girl. I don't figure out what y'all is now. How he talking about a baby if y'all not even really like a couple? Like, are y'all together? I mean, like, really? Like, are y'all? What's going on with y'all, girl? We don't know. Okay, just figure it out. But don't go to your hair to talking about babies because you look stupid. It was a dumb conversation, and it was what it was. We then see Ashley, who goes to see her therapist. And, she just brings up how her husband has his allegations, so it has to feel some kind of way. And that when she was around her friends, how she was kind of put on a brave face and made them feel like, everything was great. She was smiling or whatever, even though it's not how she really felt. She brings up how, she just did not want them to see her as weak or see her sad and crying or feel like she did not believe her husband. I feel like what Ashley did was realistic to what people do in real life. People want to say, oh, if you're going through things, yes, show it all day. And I don't even say that. I say it's okay with you expressing your emotions to yourself, but you don't always have to show everyone else. You know what I'm saying? Your weakest moments. I feel like her place within the ladies of the group isn't even on good enough grounds for her to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just shit all my shit to them. No, don't do that. Now, your real friends, yes, but not these group of ladies. The therapist brings up how, you need to allow people to support you in those moments that you need support. Like, there's nothing wrong with getting support from them. She also brings up how some of those feelings she's having about kind of not showing anyone how she feels, not even letting Michael know how she feels, trying to be this best wife to Michael so that, he feels he has all this great support system, could be how she felt about her father who left. Because, she said, I do see Michael, she said, I see Michael as my father. Girl, she said how she do see Michael as a father figure, as like a parental person because of how he is. And so that kind of could have like manifested itself to her not wanting to do anything to have him leave how her father left her. Because the father left and like never came back. Okay. And so she's, sad about that. Her mom and dad broke up, divorced or whatever, and he moved to Georgia and just never came back. She never talked to him again or whatever. He was just gone forever and ever. Even though she know who he is, where he is, like he just does not acknowledge her at all. And I'm like, well, that's kind of crazy. So she just brings up how she just, as a kid, she just wondered, like, why did he leave? And she's like, I would ask my mom, and like, she did not know how to even explain it to me. So it's always affected me even as an adult. And she was crying a little bit here and there, but I'm like, okay, girl, parents have left them, but I'm gonna need you to kind of to get that handled. Okay, just kind of get it handled. Let's get it handled. So she then go talk to her mom, and she kind of asked her mom, like, well, hey, mom, there's a little bit, like, how you doing? And instead of talking or whatever, it's like, well, like, what happened with you and dad? And her mama still kind of didn't even really explain it. It's the weirdest thing. Like, she didn't have, like, a real response, in my opinion. She brought up how, well, before your dad was talking like he was so ready for a kid and a baby or whatever, and at first it's fine, and then things changed. He changed when we had the baby and whatnot, and then she said like, and I made the best decision to like not be with him anymore, after the fact. So something happened, but again, she's not really explaining it. Because I'm like, what happened? Was he abusive? Did he get on drugs? Was he cheating? Like, when she said what happened with dad, I feel like the mama did, either they didn't let us hear it or she didn't say it. I don't know which one it was, because we didn't hear her say anything as to what happened. Just as far as he wanted the baby at first, things changed, and I made the best decision to not have him around. But I'm like, what was the reasoning for that? You know what I'm saying? So I'm confused. I was like, okay, she brings up how um she's like, I just don't know why I'm so focused. I'm so focused on it now. I just don't know why. And she brings up how she reached out to her dad, like on Facebook. She sent him a message, like, I don't want nothing from you. Like, I don't need nothing, no money, whatever. But I just want to have some kind of relationship with you, as father and daughter. And she said after she sent him the message, he blocked her on social media. And I was like, damn, Daniel, for real? But the mom isn't blocked, so Ashley then puts the dad's account up on her mom's like Facebook page or whatever, and they do blur the picture, so we can't see his name or face or whatever. Of course, it's a white man, and you can see a white man or whatever, and like on his page, it's like his other kids that he's had, whatever, like his family, whatever. It's like, I just don't get why he just doesn't acknowledge me. I really wonder if it's because her mom is black. I'm like, I wonder if back in the day, because he was a white man with a black woman, if he left and just left that. I just wonder, because I'm like, what is it? And I'm like, is that I don't know. I don't know. So she then said, you know what? I think I'm going to go to Georgia, go to Atlanta, find him, because I just want him to acknowledge that I'm here. And if I go and he rejects me again, I'll leave it alone. Girl, look, you sent that man a whole message and he blocked on social media. She'd say how she know if she go there, he rejects her, then that just makes her believe that she tried everything, she can move on. Don't put no Kenya. Y'all know how Kenya did with her mama. Um, some people are not meant to be parents to everybody, and it's messed up that he's parents to his other kids and not to you. But I really wonder if it's because that could be the woman he married who was black, and that what, I don't know. But girl, don't take the cameras. Like, go seek him out on your own. Like, don't do it for the show, because that could also be a reason why he ain't want to answer. But I don't know. We then see Candace and Chris. No, well, yeah, Candace and Chris, Monique and Chris, and then Karen and Ray all have a little date night or whatever. Now Candace and Chris are still, not on the best of terms because of that fight they had, when she told him, "Get out of my way," and I don't need to listen to you, and all that bullshit. We was like, "Are you crazy?" So they still kind of, beefing a little bit here and there. So they get there. It's a nice little shady ass dinner, from Candace and how this is the first married date night, going on here. Karen brings up how she's happy that um not Monique. She's happy that, what's that girl name? Candace is so I'm happy Candace is here, and that she can be here to see how much America's hard work. I don't want her to be like Giselle, Dusty divorced and on the island by herself. I said, girl, not Dusty in divorce and on the island by her. Girl, I cackled when she said that shit. I'm just crazy. So the conversation then trickled over to Ashley and Michael and the ass grab. Now here's where shit gets funny for me. Okay, so Monique bring up how she talked to Ashley, how Ashley brought up how the situation brought her and Michael closer. He go, Candace, closer, but he going to jail. Jail bring lots of folks closer. Period. Okay. Anyway, they then say, well, where did it happen at? Well, it happened at our rainbow party. Supposedly Michael was in the basement, so was other people or whatever, and she bring up how they don't have cameras in their basement. So Chris say, like, Black Chris say how we all have mics on, so that's one thing. So do y'all agree? Like if somebody had a mic on, it would catch what happened. That's true. So think about that. They all have mics on. So you have mics on. They have the audio of what happened. But I digress. And this is at the Rainbow Party, and they showed the scenes where it was at the time when it was all taking pictures. He was in the house, and he had not came outside yet. So Black Chris then said, "Well, yeah, because if they also need a witness to do it because you can't just accuse somebody and you not have no witness. So hopefully there's a witness. He's not been accused of something with no one saying, well, yeah, I saw it happen too. I agree. White Chris, which is Candace's husband, then said they both Chris's, Black Chris and White Chris. White Chris then says how he was called as a potential witness because him and Michael was talking at the cameraman walked between them, and allegedly it happened. That's when it happened. And my thing is this: so if that's when it happened, and Chris said he didn't see anything, that I didn't see anything, and nothing happened when I was right there, so I don't know. So this is my thing: if Chris didn't see him do it, and he was right there, did it happen? If someone walked in between y'all two, and Michael allegedly touched this man's ass, and Chris was standing right there, if Chris didn't see it, how did it happen? Not only that, if the dude walked past and Michael touched his ass, and the dude didn't even stop and say, "Hey man, don't do that," and if Chris was right there, if Chris was right there, and he said nothing out the ordinary happened, I didn't see anything, I don't think it happened. And I'm assuming that's probably why the case was thrown out of court. And Candace, like, what I feel like, I'm saying, someone in the house, because it was everybody was in it, someone had to be on their phone, taking a picture, someone had to get a snapshot or a picture or something to have saw it happen. If your husband said, I was standing right there and the cameraman walked through us and that's when it happened, and he said he didn't see it, it probably didn't happen. I'm like, girl, and the fact that we never knew that White Chris, was there when it happened and he didn't see shit. I'm like, girl, I just cannot. I can. The fact that the whole time Candace's husband is the one who was the eyewitness, if you ask me, is crazy to me. And then Candace heard the dick sucking thing. Plus Robin, but who cares? But I'm like, look, at the end of the day, Candace is Phaedra. Candace planned this whole thing. It was set up by Candace. Candace is Phaedra. She set it all up to embarrass Ashley. That's what I think happened. Anyway, Candace didn't say if they gay, like if he gay, if they swingers, why can't she say that? And Monique was like, well, she's very open, so I feel like if they were that, she would have said it because she said all kind of other stuff. I agree. Look, the fact that Chris said I was right there talking to Michael when said cameraman walked between us, and that's when it happened, and I didn't see anything happen, so I don't know. Then ain't nothing happened. Now, he might have said he was going to suck some dick. We're going to give him that. But ain't no way that that man going to say, I told the bosses he did this, but he walked through, grabbed her ass, and the man didn't stop and say, hey, man, don't do that. What was that? What happened? What happened? Nothing. Nothing. Girl, the fuck by. That's how I went off. Look, I'm ready for the reunion. That's all I know. I'm going to bed, y'all. Peace.